Hi, I'm Savanna. I'm an interviewer for the CSE Tech Talks.
And I'm Chase, and I was asked to be a part of this little talk.
Yeah, and today we will be doing freshman versus senior.
Yes! Let's do it.
It's a freshman question.
Let's go.
When should you meet your department mentor?
Okay, that's a good question. I would say I like my mentor, so that's why I kind of know the answer to this one. For your first or second semester, also when you're kind of beginning your classes and picking out your classes, you could go to your mentor and talk about the classes you want to take. And also if you're just ever struggling and have a question, that's when you should definitely go to your mentor.
All right. Well, Savanna, I guess you're up.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're up.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Senior challenge.
Oh.
Okay.
Whiteboard how to traverse a list backwards.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, let's see if I remember this.
Okay, so first what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a list. And now we're going to go into a for loop. So we're going to do for letter in my list.
Period.
And then the way we can do that is we do 2 colons because it's going to start from the end.
Yes.
And I think it's -1.
Alright.
Print my list and then access that value. Like that. I think that's correct.
And let's check the answers. Yes, it's correct.
Yay!
Thank you.
Good job, Savannah.
Well, I guess it's your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn. Okay. What is it?
A senior question.
But I don't have to do that, right?
I have to do it?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, so Savannah, so you're
Okay.
up.
I can handle it.
question.
Can you describe a teamwork methodology used in industry?
Okay, so I feel like the most easiest and the most widely known one would be Agile. In Agile, you set up your small teams normally in the 3 to 4, and then what you do is you hold daily stand-up meetings where you talk about what you achieved, what you're currently working on, and is there any roadblocks. And normally, this is to achieve a milestone of the project because you want to do everything in increments instead of building out a whole project to get things done. And so once you reach that milestone, it'll go to QA, and then it'll come back to you, and then you'll just keep going. Thank you.
I understood that answer.
I hope so. You're gonna need to know that.
I'm gonna need to know that.
All right. Well, Savanna, you get to spin the wheel again. Freshman question.
Bring it.
This is how it's going.
Why are you in your current major?
I'm gonna say my sister.
I know that's right.
The one I'm sitting next to, because she's the one that first got into it, and I was having trouble choosing my major. I just again, I had no idea what I should choose, and I called my sister, and she was like, "Do software engineering," and she's like, "Do it." She's like, "No, girls are doing it." I'm a girl, so I was like, "I'll do it, and I'll see what happens." And so far, I really do like it. So Savannah has led me in the right direction.
Yeah.
You have.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That'd be really fun.
I'd say a senior
Senior
question.
Okay.
What was the question you got asked during a technical interview you felt unprepared for?
That's a good question.
So one thing I really struggled with is I had to do the reverse palindrome one. And one thing, I thought I understood the question right away. So I was like, okay, let me just start. And then I realized it wanted me to not include non-letters. And so that would be colons or spaces, commas, apostrophes. I didn't want to account for that. And so when they asked me, hey, do you have any libraries or functions that would be useful in eliminating those? I spaced. I was like, no, I don't. And then I sat there being like, okay, well, now I don't know what to do. And then they weren't very helpful after that either when I asked them questions. So I was like, I completely bombed that. Yeah. It keeps me awake at night.
It keeps me, I can't sleep at night.
I can't sleep at night.
It's going to be the reason I got passed over. Well, it was the reason I was passed over. I didn't get the job.
Would you say you've turned that weakness into a strength?
Yes, because then we came out with a mock interview about doing the palindrome. So now people won't have to be in my position if that question ever comes across their technical interview. They'd be like, "Oh, I can do this and give the exact right answer."
The exact right
So
answer.
go watch our mock interview.
Go back.
Do it.
Freshman question.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
What do you think is currently missing in your education right now?
That's a good question. I feel like there's nothing like missing, but I do. It's like because I've been learning like I'm kind of learning. I'm on the basics right now of code, but again, once I learn like one thing of code, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to make an app, or okay, I'm ready to apply to Google. But I'm like, no, there's a lot more steps that I need to take, and so just I think like again, like what's missing is just understanding that I need to still be in more classes, and I still have more coding to learn before I can actually build the app or get a job yet.
Mm-hmm. Do you understand like the application of like what you're learning, like how it will apply when you go into a real
Yes.
job? Okay.
Yes. Do you want me to explain it?
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean?
No, like I mean, if like the skills that you're learning, like, do you feel like they're preparing you and like have a real world application to the kind of job that you want?
Yes, I'm able to solve problems. And again, I mean, the jobs that I want to get, you know, whether it's like, I want to do a coding job, you know, and being able to read the code and figure out how to make it better is what I'm learning in my classes. And that's what it's going to all be about. So yeah, I love it.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Just read it be a freshman challenge.
I know. Let's see.
Freshman challenge? What? We did not.
We got that
Okay.
on camera.
That was on camera. You said it?
That was on camera.
What happened?
Whiteboard what a for loop is in 1 minute.
You can do this.
And your time starts now.
Don't mind my handwriting. Nobody mind my handwriting. Okay.
Nice. That was like 20 seconds.
I'm a pro. Basically, what my for loop should give, it's gonna do numbers from 0 to 4, since it's in the range of 5.
Nice.
And our judges are saying, you are correct.
Yay!
Yeah, I feel so good about that. Another freshman challenge. Yay! Yay!
Show a completed project.
Oh, okay, yes. So basically, it's a word guessing game that I had to do, and you had to do like 4 random words, and so I did words based off of The Bachelor because I love watching The Bachelor. And then if I go to play it, this is what happens: is your hint is, and then you start just kind of putting in random lettering. I'll just kind of guess and say chair for the fun of it. And then none of the letters were in there. And so I'm going to say...
Just do Reese.
Reese. Okay, yes. Okay, so then there we go. And then I'm just going to say, let's go. I'm going to think roses because I'm going off The Bachelor.
Dress?
Dress.
Do girls wear dresses?
Yes, okay. And then it says, congratulations, you guessed it. And it took you 5 guesses. So this was the one I was proud of because, again, it's just I was able to make a game. And I like games. So, yes.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay, there we
Okay.
go.
Senior challenge?
Senior challenge? Question mark?
Do a challenge.
Challenge time.
Challenge time.
Teach 4 object-oriented programming principles in 1 minute. Go.
Okay, so we have abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Abstraction is when you're able to take an object from a class and then use it in a different one. So that leads us into encapsulation, because then what you'll do is you'll have these objects become private or public, and you don't want clients to be able to see them, so that way you'll be able to wrap them. I don't think I'm explaining this very right. And inheritance is when you have child classes of a parent class and things are like all the same. So like you have a bullet, but you have different types, and they'll act differently from one another. So then you'll have it go to a parent class. And then the last one is polymorphism, where you have the same method used across multiple classes, but they'll be overwritten because they'll all be different.
Nice.
Okay, yes, that was good.
I don't think you explained encapsulation correctly.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
We'll check. We'll let the fact checkers check you in the comments.
Oh no.
Guys, let her know if she explained encapsulation correctly.
Please don't. I'm
That's
embarrassed.
funny.
Do one more.
And it's okay, senior question.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be another freshman one.
Your
choice.
I know.
Your question, which by the way you wrote, just so we're clear for the audience,
No.
is how did you not lose your will to live? Trick question. You did. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Junior year was really hard. Yeah, when you get to data structures and algorithms, and then you realize you actually have to start studying LeetCode, like making it part of like your daily habits, which I highly recommend. I lost a lot of my passion. I was like, no, this sucks. I hate this. Why did I choose this? And then it wasn't until I started my senior project last semester that I was like, I chose the right profession.
Really?
This is it. Yeah.
Say the senior project.
Oh, well, I'm still working on it, but I'm working on an app called Allbite. It's going to be an event planning app that I really want to increase collaboration and execution of events. Especially like if you're like into niche things, like if you wanted to do like a fancy Nancy tea party. Like I'd love to see that.
Yeah. So would I.
And so it was like really combining like my interest with an actual project and actually seeing that application of that come to life, and knowing like that's something like I built from the ground up. It wasn't something that was provided to me in a class. Was really beneficial, and I would like spark that passion of like wanting to program and solve problems, because for a minute there I was just like going through the motions, being like, okay, like here I am, like let me just do my C++ homework. Like I don't want to, but I feel like that really helped me, and so now like on this last semester I'm like finished strong. And knowing that like everything that I've learned has like really helped me get to where I am and make me feel prepared to go into the workforce.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, Savanna.
Thank you. So what did you learn? What did you like?
Oh, I loved it. I learned, again, well, I liked how you talked about your app, because I had to do a Google form for the app, but I was like, oh, like, well, kind of what is this? And you explained it so well, and it's like the fact that you're able to do that, I'm like, again, I want to create an app. I want to do an app. I want to make something, you know? So, again, I learned that, like, you can make anything you want with coding.
You can, period. Well, that wraps up our freshman versus senior. Please continue to watch us, like, subscribe, let us know in the comments how we did, and tune in next week.
Yes,
See ya.
bye, guys.